Hey, y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're headed out to the garden and things are about to get really down to earth, literally. We're taking a trip to the heart of Pennsylvania to learn some time-tested secrets from the Amish community, known for their deep respect for nature and their incredible gardening skills. Now, you know I love a good renovation project, taking something old and giving it new life. Well, the Amish have mastered the art of soil renovation, and trust me, these folks know a thing or two about growing the biggest, healthiest veggies you've ever seen. So grab your gardening gloves and let's dig into these amazing Amish soil hacks that'll have your garden bursting with life. Let's get started. First up, we're talking compost, the heart and soul of any thriving garden, and the Amish swear by it. Think of compost as a nutrient-rich feast for your soil, chock full of all the good stuff your plants need to grow strong. It's like taking kitchen scraps, leaves and grass clippings, and letting them work their magic in a compost bin. Over time, those materials break down into this beautiful, dark, crumbly goodness that's like a superfood for your soil. Compost adds essential nutrients back into the ground, the kind that gets depleted over time, especially if you're planting year after year. Plus, it helps improve soil structure, making it light, airy, and perfect for those roots to spread out and thrive. Now, the Amish, they're big on self-sufficiency, and composting is a way to take something you'd normally discard and turn it into a valuable resource. It's like they always say, waste not, want not. So if you're not composting yet, I encourage you to give it a try. It's easier than you think, and the rewards for your garden are immense. Next up, we're learning about crop rotation, another practice the Amish use to keep their soil healthy and productive. You see, different plants have different nutrient needs. Planting the same thing in the same spot year after year can deplete the soil of certain nutrients, making it less fertile over time. It's like constantly eating the same meal. Eventually, you're going to crave some variety, right? Well, your soil craves variety too. That's where crop rotation comes in. By rotating your crops, you're essentially giving your soil a chance to replenish those nutrients naturally. For example, you might plant nitrogen-fixing legumes like beans or peas one year, followed by heavy feeders like tomatoes or corn the next. This way, you're ensuring that your soil stays balanced and full of the good stuff your plants need. It's like a beautiful dance between nature and nurture, and it's a simple yet effective way to keep your garden thriving season after season. Now let's talk about cover crops. Imagine tucking your garden beds in for the winter with a cozy blanket of green. That's precisely what cover crops do. These hard-working plants like clover, rye or winter peas are sown in the fall after you've harvested your summer crops. They act like a protective layer, shielding your soil from the harsh winter elements. Cover crops prevent erosion from wind and rain, keeping that precious topsoil right where it belongs, in your garden. Plus, as they grow, they pull nutrients from the air and soil, storing them in their roots and leaves. Then in the spring, you simply till those cover crops back into the soil. This adds a burst of organic matter, improving soil structure and fertility. It's like giving your garden a vitamin boost before the growing season even begins. The Amish have taught me that caring for your soil is a year-round endeavor, and cover crops are a fantastic way to give your garden some extra love during the off-season. Now, if you're looking for a more hands-off approach to gardening, you'll love this next Amish secret no-till gardening. It's all about minimizing soil disturbance, and it's a game changer for soil health. Traditional tilling, while it might seem like a necessary step, can actually disrupt the natural structure of your soil, breaking down those beneficial fungal networks, and even leading to compaction over time. No-till gardening, on the other hand, is like giving your soil a gentle hug. Instead of tilling, you're simply planting directly into the existing soil, preserving its natural structure and all those beneficial microorganisms that call it home. You can use methods like sheet mulching or lasagna gardening to create a fertile top layer for planting. It might seem a little different at first, but trust me, your soil will thank you for it. Now let's talk about feeding your soil, and no, I'm not talking about synthetic fertilizers. The Amish prefer to keep things natural, opting for organic fertilizers like manure and bone meal to nourish their gardens. These natural amendments are like a slow-release feast for your plants, providing a steady supply of essential nutrients without the risk of chemical buildup or harm to beneficial soil organisms. Manure, Well aged, of course, adds nitrogen and other vital nutrients, while bone meal is a fantastic source of phosphorus, which is essential for strong root development and blooming. Using natural fertilizers is like feeding your soil a wholesome, balanced diet, rather than a quick fix of processed foods. It's a more sustainable and eco-friendly way to nourish your garden and grow healthy, nutrient-rich produce. Plus, it's a great way to close the loop on your food system, using natural resources to feed your garden and ultimately your family. Let's talk about mulch, a gardener's best friend, and something the Amish use generously in their gardens. Think of mulch as a protective layer that keeps your soil cool and moist. Like a cozy blanket on a chilly night, it helps retain moisture, reducing the need for frequent watering, which is especially helpful during those hot summer months. Plus, it acts as a natural weed barrier, suppressing those pesky invaders that compete with your plants for nutrients and sunlight. You can use various materials for mulch, like straw, wood chips, or shredded leaves. Each type has its own benefits, but they all work to insulate your soil, suppress weeds, and add organic matter as they break down. Mulching is like giving your garden a spa treatment, keeping it cool, hydrated, and looking its best. It's a simple yet effective way to conserve water, reduce weeds, and create a healthier environment for your plants to thrive. Now, if you're dealing with poor soil conditions or limited space, raised beds are a fantastic option, and the Amish have been using them for generations. Raised beds are like creating mini gardens within your garden, giving you complete control over the soil quality and drainage. You can build them to any size or shape, and they're perfect for growing a wide variety of vegetables, herbs, and even flowers. One of the biggest benefits of raised beds is improved drainage. If you have heavy clay soil that tends to hold water, raised beds allow for better drainage, preventing root rot and creating a healthier environment for your plants. Plus, the loose, fertile soil in raised beds warms up faster in the spring, giving your plants a head start on the growing season. It's like giving your garden a cozy, elevated home where it can truly flourish. Now let's talk about earthworms, those unsung heroes of the garden. The Amish understand the vital role these little creatures play in maintaining healthy soil. Earthworms are like nature's tiny tillers, aerating the soil as they burrow through it, creating channels for air and water to penetrate more easily. This improves drainage and allows plant roots to access nutrients more effectively. Plus, as earthworms munch on organic matter, they leave behind castings, their nutrient-rich waste, which acts as a natural fertilizer for your plants. It's like having a team of tiny gardeners working beneath the surface, constantly improving your soil structure and fertility. So, next time you see an earthworm in your garden, give it a little thank you. They're doing wonders for your soil. Just like we go to the doctor for regular checkups, our gardens can benefit from a little checkup too. Soil testing is a simple yet crucial step in understanding your garden's needs. It's like getting a blood test for your soil, revealing its pH level, nutrient content, and any potential imbalances. This information helps you make informed decisions about what amendments to add, whether it's lime to adjust pH or specific nutrients to address deficiencies. You can purchase a soil testing kit online or at your local garden centre. It's a small investment that can make a world of difference in the health and productivity of your garden. Remember, every garden is unique, and soil testing helps you tailor your care to meet your garden's specific needs. And finally, the most important lesson I've learned from the Amish is the importance of patience and observation. Gardening is a journey, not a race, and it takes time for nature to work its magic. Don't expect instant results. Instead, embrace the process, observe your garden closely, and learn from its cues. Pay attention to how your plants are growing, their leaf color, and any signs of pests or diseases. The more you observe, the more you'll understand your garden's unique needs and rhythms. You'll learn to anticipate problems before they arise and make adjustments along the way. Remember, gardening is a lifelong learning experience. Embrace the journey, be patient, and trust in the wisdom of nature. Well, there you have it, folks. The simple yet effective Amish soil hacks that can transform your garden into a thriving oasis. Remember, it's all about working with nature, not against it, and these time-tested practices will help you do just that. Incorporate these Amish soil hacks into your gardening routine and watch your vegetables grow bigger and healthier than ever. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening.